People think poverty is about not having enough money. That's only half the truth. The other half is harder to see, because being poor doesn't mean you pay less. It means you pay more. For almost everything: food, transport, borrowing, time, mistakes. Being poor isn't cheap, it's expensive. And not in a dramatic way, in a quiet, daily, receipt-by-receipt way. Let's start with borrowing. If you're short on cash and need money fast, you don't get low-interest options. You get payday loans. In many countries, payday loans charge 300 to 400% annual interest. That's not a typo. That's not a rare case. That's normal. Banks call it risk-based pricing. Poor people call it being broke. Funny thing is, when rich people borrow money, it's called leverage. When poor people borrow money, it's called irresponsibility. Same action, different judgment. Now let's talk about fees. Overdraft fees, late payment fees, missed bill fees, reconnection fees. In the US alone, banks collect billions every year just from overdraft charges, often from people who were short by less than $20. Imagine being fined for not having enough money. That's like charging someone extra because they're already struggling to breathe. Then there's buying things. When you have money, you buy in bulk. When you don't, you buy in survival mode. Smaller food packages cost more per unit. Cheap shoes wear out faster and need replacing. Used cars break down more often. Old appliances use more energy. There's a famous idea that explains this perfectly. A rich person buys one good pair of shoes for $100 and wears them for 10 years. A poor person buys cheap shoes for $20 that fall apart every year. After 10 years, the poor person has spent more money and still has wet feet. Being poor means you buy what you can afford today, not what saves money tomorrow. And then there's time. Time is the most underrated cost of poverty. Long commutes, multiple jobs, waiting in lines, endless paperwork. When you have money, time works for you. When you don't, time charges interest. If you're poor, everything takes longer. And when everything takes longer, planning becomes a luxury. Now here's the part nobody likes to talk about. Shame, late rent fees, application fees, just to apply for housing, background checks, credit checks. Your past struggles are used as evidence that you don't deserve a better future. A low credit score doesn't just raise interest rates. It raises deposits. It raises insurance costs. It can even affect job opportunities. So poverty doesn't just take money, it takes options. And then society looks at the result and says, why don't they make better choices? That's the joke. Because navigating poverty already requires incredible skill, budgeting under pressure, choosing which bill to delay, stretching food, managing risk daily. If poverty were caused by stupidity, it wouldn't be so exhausting. Here's the truth that changes everything. If escaping poverty feels hard, that's not because you're bad with money. It's because the system adds friction at every step. Extra fees, extra interest, extra time, extra stress. Understanding this doesn't magically fix the system, but it removes the shame, and shame is expensive. So the next time someone says, if I were poor, I'd just manage my money better, remember this. Being poor costs more money. Knowing that costs nothing, and sometimes that knowledge is the first step out. Follow for more stories they never explain properly. Subscribe. Knowledge is still free.